So, picture this. It's early 1980s Michigan. Snow, cheap jackets, and enough bad haircuts to traumatize a generation. Little 9-year-old Marshall Mathers, yeah, that Marshall, is just trying to survive 4th grade. But life's already decided to treat him like a punching bag with asthma. Every day, this poor kid gets tossed around like a rag doll. He's tiny, loud, and has that "I'm about to roast you in class" energy. You know the type, too mouthy for his own good. And of course, in walks the villain of this story, D'Angelo Bailey, 11 years old, 6th grade, built like he's been eating other kids for breakfast. And D'Angelo hates Marshall. Maybe because Marshall's funny, maybe because bullies just need hobbies. Whatever it is, dude decides this scrawny kid is going to be his personal chew toy. So every damn day, slam, smack, wham, Marshall gets a free ass kicking. But then comes that day, 1982. It's cold, snowy, and apparently perfect weather for felony-level bullying. D'Angelo, this pint-sized menace, picks up a snowball. But because he's a little psychopath, he slides a rock inside it. Man just upgraded snowballing to assault with a deadly weapon. He spots Marshall across the yard, takes aim, and pow, right in the head, drops him, lights out. And D'Angelo and his buddies? Oh, they don't stop there. Nah, they jump him. Kicking, punching, stomping, like they're auditioning for a WWE tag team. Then when Marshall stops moving, they freak out like, "Oh shit, we killed him," and dip. Kid gets dragged home looking like a failed Mortal Kombat character. He's dizzy, bleeding from the ear, can't see right, mom panics, rushes him to the hospital, and the doctors are like, "Yeah, lady, your kid's got a cerebral concussion." 5 days in and out of consciousness. 5 days. And that's the origin story of the most dangerous pen in rap history. See, Marshall recovers, barely. But he's never quite the same. His mom says after that, he starts acting out, isolating, going full antisocial. I mean, can you blame him? You get knocked unconscious by a human snowplow at age 9 and tell me you're fine. So what does Mama Mathers do? She sues. Straight up files a lawsuit against the school district, says they didn't protect her baby from getting turned into ground beef. But the school district, being the government, pulls the "we have immunity" card and walks off scot-free. So yeah, Marshall loses. Again. But time passes, as it does, and now it's the late 80s. Marshall's a teenager, angry at the world, broke, and living off vibes and cheap noodles. And somewhere in that fury, he finds rap. Freestyling, battling, writing verses like his life depends on it, because it literally does. Fast forward a decade. 1997, Marshall's 25, broke, and one bad day away from giving up. Then he hears about a thing called the Rap Olympics. Basically a bunch of lyricists trying to kill each other with rhymes. He joins. Walks in, skinny, hungry, and ready to set the mic on fire. He starts spitting. The crowd goes feral. He wins round after round until, boom, 2nd place. You know that feeling when you're broke as hell and 2nd place pays an exposure? Yeah, Marshall's pissed. But guess who's in the crowd that night? Some random intern from Interscope Records. Dude hears Marshall, loses his mind, runs up after the show like, "Yo bro, that was sick. You got a demo?" Marshall, salty as fuck, goes, "Yeah, whatever, here," and hands over his Slim Shady EP, a little homemade cassette tape with a handful of songs about drugs, murder, and unhinged genius. That intern takes it to his boss. Boss listens. Then his boss's boss listens. Then it lands in the hands of Dr. Dre. Yes, that Dre. Dre hears one track, looks up like, "Yeah, we're signing this psycho." Boom! Eminem is born. And then, in 1999, the Slim Shady LP drops. The world collectively loses its mind. Parents are pissed, teens are obsessed, and censors are working overtime. But buried in that album is a track called Brain Damage. And if you think Eminem forgot about D'Angelo, oh, you sweet summer child. This song is a lyrical nuke aimed directly at the guy who turned his skull into a snow cone. Eminem raps, "Way before my baby daughter Haley, I was harassed daily by this fat kid named D'Angelo Bailey. He banged my head against the urinal till he broke my nose, soaked my clothes in blood, grabbed me and choked my throat." And he keeps going. Every line is a scar turned into a bar. Now, most bullies would just disappear after that, but not D'Angelo. Oh no. See, when the song drops, Eminem becomes massive. Dudes everywhere. TV, magazines, headlines, and Rolling Stone, doing their job, goes, "Hey, let's find this D'Angelo guy and see what he's up to." And they do. Turns out D'Angelo's grown up, got a wife, some kids, and a janitor gig. But apparently he's also been working on his rap career. Yeah, because the world needed that. Rolling Stone asks him if the song is true, and this genius goes, Yeah, it's true. We flipped him on his head at recess. He wasn't moving, so we ran. We lied and said he slipped. Oh, and hey, can I get his phone number? Bruh, you admitted it. To Rolling Stone, national press. And you still got the audacity to ask for his number? Congrats, dumbass. So yeah, fast forward to 2001, Eminem is now a global superstar, and D'Angelo suddenly decides, wait, that guy I assaulted as a kid? He's rich now. Maybe I can cash out. So he gets a lawyer and sues Eminem, claims defamation and invasion of privacy, says Eminem's song hurt his reputation and ruined his dream of becoming a rapper, and he wants, wait for it, $1 million. $1 million. For a story he literally admitted was true. Now court day comes, the judge looks at the case like, this can't be real. She listens, reads the song, reads the Rolling Stone interview, and you can just feel her soul leaving her body. And then, legendary move, the judge decides to dismiss the case in rhyme. I kid you not, her ruling was a goddamn rap. Mr. Bailey complains that his rep is trash, so he's seeking compensation in the form of cash. Bailey thinks he's entitled to some monetary gain because Eminem used his name in vain. The lyrics are stories no one would take as fact, through exaggeration of a childish act. Bars from the bench. Even the judge had flow more than D'Angelo. Eminem won the case, of course. The lawsuit was tossed faster than D'Angelo's rap career, which, by the way, still doesn't exist. So yeah, that's the story of how one schoolyard beatdown turned into one of the pettiest and most poetic revenge stories in music history. Kid gets nearly killed, grows up, writes a song about it, names his bully, and then gets sued by the same dude who bullied him. Somewhere out there, little Marshall's probably smiling, thinking, who's the bitch now?